Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tyrone Milade, here to share a word of inspiration with you on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. Today is November 30th. So, 2019. How's everybody doing out there? I think it's not public yet. This video is unlisted as I record it. Just out taking a walk in my neighborhood. It's so interesting, sort of tied into the title of this video. I have been in my membership site talking quite a bit about the importance of the 8th house and how sometimes you can see from the 8th house. Well, you can see from the 8th house in your astrological chart where you might experience trauma, wounding, and you can also see when times are rough, when times are hard, how you best deal with it, like things you can do to deal with trauma and hard times and different things like that. And so I'm out taking a walk because there's a Scorpio rising. Even if you're a Scorpio sun or moon, this could apply to you. Gemini is on the 8th house, and walking is healing and therapeutic, and it's just something we should do, Scorpios, if we are feeling like times are rough, times are hard, or to a large extent, I'm all about prevention. I don't know if y'all know this, but I have a master's degree in public health education. Anybody who knows public health knows we're about prevention. What we say in public health, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, something like that. Yeah, just a little prevention, it goes a long way. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So thank you to everybody who's watching, and just want to sort of ponder right now. Sorry the cameras are wobbly and everything, but I'm walking. But I just want to sort of ponder with you all right now. I want to talk about the importance of knowing thyself, self-knowledge. And I don't know if people all the time understand what that really means. You know, it's so interesting. You know, I can tell when people are going through certain transits, certain phases in their lives, because they're like, I just want to be me. I just want to do me. I just want to be who and what I am, you know? And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing, because we all know when we're lying. We all know when we're living a lie. We all know when we faking the funk, when we being something that we're really not. And so when we start moving into that place of being really who and what we are, it feels so good, you know? But the thing that I think is important for people to really get in order to make progress in their lives, I think that people need to understand that when you know yourself, it will help you to move forward in your goals, in the things that you want to achieve in your life. When you don't really know who you are, or when you fight it, that's something that I find, because maybe the way you cope is a little bit quirky to other people. And so you'll say, well, I don't want people to talk about me. I don't want to come off as being too quirky or whatever. So let me try to cope a different way. Well, it doesn't work. Either you're going to do you or you're going to do dysfunction. Yeah, do you or do dysfunction, boo. All right. I want to talk about knowing thyself and the benefits of it, and really what does it look like. I'm not going to even go too deep into it today. I just want to sort of touch on it a little bit to get people thinking, because 2020 is coming and we're in a phase of newness. And sometimes when we're moving into something new, it's not so much about knowing exactly what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, there's a huge element of the unknown. But what we need to know is, what can we do to not sabotage ourselves? What can we do to not, stick with the old because it's safe and comfortable, and then going ahead and moving to the new, because everybody's being drugged there whether they want to go or not, right? So what I want y'all to know is something that is important that I'm finding out is it is so important for us to know our inclinations. It's important to know, this is really my personality. This is really how I flow. This is really how I roll. So for instance, one of the things that I talked about in my membership site when I was talking about the eighth house is, as a Scorpio rising, one of the things that I'm learning to accept about myself is that I become very talkative when I get nervous, when I'm stressed, when I am, when I'm not certain what to do next, or, I just don't feel right on the inside. Oh, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to chat. I might read because it's Gemini. But I definitely will sometimes get very, very chatty. And everybody else around me might be seeing the same stressful situation go on. But because they're not a Scorpio rising, or their Scorpio rising manifests a little bit differently from mine, then they may think I'm being inappropriate, because that's just not the way they do it. And so if I'm told, it is inappropriate when things are stressful and everything, it's really inappropriate for you to chat too much. Well, once I begin to know myself, first it might make me feel bad, or like something's wrong with me or whatever. I don't know if you can relate to this, but once I begin to realize this is my inclination, this actually works, I do best this way, and then I will embrace it. I will embrace my inclinations. I think that we really need to know that and accept that about ourselves. My husband says I'm goofy with a capital oofy. And so, it's not all the time fun to be called goofy, right? Especially when I'm not even thinking I'm goofy, right? I'm just doing me. Well, yeah, I've just embraced. I am actually really, really goofy. And I don't always express it, but I do really goofy things. Keeps me in touch with my inner child. And so there are times when I might be, I don't know. I'll give you an example of something really, really goofy that I do. Every day I weigh myself. And right now, my weight, some days is up, some days is down. And there's some days when I'm like really surprised that it's down, because I'm like, ooh, I know what I did the day before. And so I use FitnessPal. Sorry, y'all, I have to look and walk at the same time, so I might lose focus with this camera. But I log my weight every day in my FitnessPal. And so when my weight is down, I'll say, in your face, FitnessPal. And when it's up, I'm like, in my face. FitnessPal says, in your face, Tyra. Just really, really goofy things like that. So, but it's like I have so much fun when I do that. And before, sometimes I would sort of express that to people. And if people reject it, then it makes me, in the past, it would make me feel a little some kind of way. Now, it's like, sure. First of all, I don't care. But if I really don't feel like dealing with people's negative opinions of the way I am goofy, then I just don't. Okay? I don't share it with everybody. But anywho, yeah, I think that when we can accept the truth of who and what we really are, our inclinations, our personality, then it makes embracing change just that much easier. But the problem is, Most of us don't know who we are, or, we've just let the world confuse us so much that, I don't know, we have no idea. So when we're faced with change, when we're faced with challenge, um, we're pulling from a toolkit that may or may not be effective, Like I said, do you or do dysfunction. The last thing I'll say, because I just don't want the video to be too long today, is I'm studying astrologically how to learn about our family imprints and dynamics. There's so much in that chart, that birth chart of ours, that is just really telling. And I think that we get so lost in the womb that we don't realize we're here to do the healing. We get so lost in the wound of our ancestors. We get so lost in the pain and the negative patterns that we pick up from our ancestors that what we do is we just perpetuate it. We're not really here to do what we are supposed to do, which is to take the opportunity to get that thing healed up. So I do really want to just encourage you all, me too, to understand that, y'all, we're not here to wallow in the womb. All right, we're not here to wallow in the womb. We are here to get healed up. And we have to do our part. This is what the Sheps teaches in the Metuneta Oracle. The Shep says you need to look at the legacy. What part of the legacy are you here to carry on? And you never carry on the womb. Like, really ask yourself, because this is what the Dark Deceased says. Dark Deceased says if you're carrying on the legacy of the wound, you passing the wound on down to your children, you on the verge of becoming a dark deceased. So, y'all, get the wound healed up. Take from the legacy what is positive. And what is to be healed, do not carry it forward. Get that thing healed up. But it takes a level of self-awareness, self-study, self-observation, and studying your family history and your family lineage to really know what it is that you need to get healed up. Some of it, and this is what I'm learning from this class that I'm in, is so subconscious, we may not exactly know it's there. That is something that I find to be fascinating. Something can be so subconscious. I'm starting to feel rain. I got to start walking back home. It can be so subconscious that you think it's real, that you don't even see it, you don't even notice it. Think about air. We don't really think about air until we don't have it, right? It's just what we're used to. We live in air. We live in it. We don't think about it. Until, like, right now, I feel the wind blowing. It's like, what's there? I didn't see that, but I feel it, And so I really do think that as we move to this time of 2020 where it's becoming more and more time for us to embrace a new way of living, a new way of being, that what we need to do is to really look at what's there in our subconscious, especially from our family lineage, and to look to get that thing healed up. Because let me tell you, a lot of us are going to stay stuck in our stumble. We're going to miss out on a new opportunity, at least the first time around. I don't believe there's ever anything truly lost. May not show up the exact same way, but why miss it? Why miss it 2 or 3 times? Just get it the first time. But why miss out when we can just go on ahead and get healed up and embrace the change? But I can assure you, a lot of us are going to miss out if we don't go on ahead and get this this wounding healed up, if we don't look at our ancestral patterns, and the ones that work for us, let's go on ahead and keep them. But the ones that need to be healed up, and sometimes it ain't mama and daddy in them, it's grandma and them, it's great granddaddy in them. All right, it's something that we're carrying, and it's ours. It's manifesting in our lives in a negative way. And it's ours to heal up. It's not ours to carry around this wound. It's not ours to be walking around like, oh, woe is me. And I'm talking to myself, all right? I'm not judging anybody. I'm talking to myself. The work that I do, what I share with you is my own work, all right? I ain't coming up here trying to heal everybody. I'm trying to heal myself and share what I'm learning on my path to self-realization, self-mastery, to EY Pele, and to my destiny. And so I just say to you that the places in our lives where we see we are falling short, where we feel the most wounded, perhaps it was grandma and them 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 generations back that's reaching forward into our lives, saying, here, it's your turn to try to get this thing healed up, and do not hand it on down from generation to generation. So y'all, I'll just say this real quick because it just came to my mind real quick, and I just get emotional when I think about it. You know, I got family members who are one generation below me, and they are hurting. And I think to myself, what the heck? My generation was really pushed to take advantage of the more that our parents didn't have. Our children should not be worse off than us. But some of my little cousins or whatever, little family members, they are. And so I just said, you know what? I got to make sure that I do my part to help them get healed up, so that I don't know where it came from. You know, some of them may have got it from the other side of the family, one from my side. Don't matter. They my blood, they my people. You know, I got to help them get healed up. So that's something I really think that we all need to be thinking about. We need to be thinking about setting our goals for 2020 right now in the season of Sagittarius. We can continue to tweak them and work on them. You know, the new year, the new calendar year, recommit, write them down, reevaluate them, go over them. And then again at the spring, every new moon, that's something I teach in my membership site. Every new moon, go over your yearly goals. But also the thing that I think is so important for 2020 is that we develop a way to keep moving forward no matter what shows up that tries to say, nah, sis, nah, bruv, don't do it. It's scary, don't do it. No. You deserve the best. You deserve to reach your goals. You deserve to prosper and heal up and live your best life. All right. So this is Tyrone Milade. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like the video, share the video, and also subscribe if you're not also a subscriber. And you can always go check out, learn more about me and what I offer and how to work with me at my website, goddessbodymindspirit.com. You can go find my Patreon link there too for my membership site. And you don't even have to join for cost initially. I got some really affordable tiers, y'all. But you could still just get on there just to see the posts I make public in Patreon. So anyway, love y'all so much. Take care. And yeah, get healed up. Peace.